at you live from the tournament itself. Dane and I are here, beautiful Wichita, Kansas weather. Dane's calling a game right now, and I'm actually remote doing what I love to do. Again, you guys know how much I love music. When we break this down, it's usually 1A, 1B for me. I love sports, but I love music just a tad bit more. There's an artist I turned Dane on to back in about 2018. I've been following for a long time. This gentleman, I'm telling you, I feel like one of the premier lyricists of the industry, does a great job connecting rap and rock, has a lot of powerful things, important things to say, but also has a way of connecting people. And there's just a chemistry about everyone he works with. You find that artist that doesn't make a bad song, and that's this guy. So I'm going to stop fanboying out and get right down into it and bring on Hyro the Hero. Hyro, how you doing, man?
Hey, yo, what's up? I love that intro. All good. I'm chilling. I'm wired up off this European coffee.
Okay. Got you some extra espresso, huh?
Extra, for real.
Man, it is an honor, Hyro. I'm telling you, man. There's an inspiration about you where you bring people together, you talk about things that need to be said, but you do it in a way where it gives us hope. I feel like you're one of the best lyricists generation, man. So thank you for bringing great music back, man.
That means so much, bro. I really love when people kind of dig into the lyrics because, I like to use a lot of metaphors and
Oh
things
yeah,
like that, like hip hop type of things that I don't know if people really notice in rock and roll, but I see you notice, so that's really cool, man. Punch
absolutely, man.
out that, so cool.
I actually started following you when you made your first release, your Dirty South stuff back in the day, and then I was like, oh wait a minute, So been a minute.
That I was young, man. That means a lot, bro. Thanks.
Yeah, man. So, Harold, we've got some questions for you, man. I know you're busy, man. I respect your time. There's some questions over the years the audience has cultivated from the music side. And take me back, man, obviously, even before doing the Dirty South releases and being this prolific writer and great musician that you are, when did it begin? Maybe your first demo, when you first wrote your first song? How old were you when it all began for you?
Oh man, when my sister, she was a real music person. I come from a music family. They come from Trinidad and Tobago. So my uncles and everybody had like a band, dreadlocks all the way here, doing reggae and soca music and stuff like that. So I was always into music. And my sister, she used to rap in Houston, Texas. And she started off at a club called Soca Village. And that was with like DJ Screw was DJing back in the day in Houston. So DJ Screw used to come to our house since I was like a kid, so she was friends with him and stuff like that, and then DJ Screw went on to become really, really big and things like that and became a culture for us. So I was always around music. And I just remember hearing Tupac hit him up one day, and I was like, whoa, he expressing so much emotion and he cussing and he going crazy, like, what, you could do that? And then one time my friend came into the room and he started beating on the wall and freestyle. And I was like, oh, let me try that. And I was just good at it. So that kind of started
Yeah.
me off. So that got me into the hip hop music and all of that. And then slowly I was the one who just turned the radio station and I heard rock music, the radio rock, like Nickelback and all those kind of bands, Bush and, Nirvana, all these different things. I was like, oh, this is cool. What if you mix it with rock? And so sampling that, mixing that together, put me into my own world of stuff. I started learning about cool bands like At the Drive-In and Rage
Yeah.
Against the Machine. Then I saw black people that did it, like Bad Brains and Fishbone and all that. I was like, whoa, this is a whole world. And slowly created my own thing, which, which I'm into now, and it worked for me. So I'm real happy.
I'm so glad you did, man. And I love what you said. Again, there's this I appreciate the genre bending of like rock and rap. And I love it that one of the many, many things I love about your inspirational side is you don't have to have just rock or just rap. And then it also going beyond that, even some of your kind of almost trip hop stuff you've done, like you really do blend a lot of genres, and it's so inspiring. Bringing the kids together. Hey, are you in rock? Are you in rap? Well, cool. Come see the show because I got a little bit of everything for you, So
I love doing it all, bro. Like my voice is on a lot of EDM, so
yeah.
I'll be SM, DJ Snell, Crank
Oh
That.
yeah.
Them, and one of my first ones was a Schoolboy that I did.
Yeah.
And then to be an EDM, rock, rap is just a cool thing for me. I'm not this huge artist, but I have so much respect I done built up over the years. As you can see with my new album, Bound for
Yeah.
Glory, I got some dope features, David Draymond.
Oh yeah.
I got Trey U, Brandon. I got Spencer from Ice Nine. And then before that, I got Corey Taylor on one called Kids Against Monsters. So,
Oh yeah.
Horn, Showed Me Love, Monkey, all of that. New Year's. Now I'm just name dropping,
No, it's good. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
But
And
man,
And what we call you as a musician because you're well known among your fan base. You have a hardcore, I love the fan base, but you're also well known among musicians, and that's how you know like you're onto something. If
Yeah.
musicians love you, you're in the right vein, you know. So what I'm hearing is, man, with all the genres, you probably got some country in there one day. I'm gonna watch out
Oh,
for it.
man, that would be so dope. You know, I'm from Texas, so I grew
Maybe
up
you and
on.
Jelly Roll, man. Maybe you guys can cut a track. You know, Jelly Roll's hot right now. That'd be something, you know,
I
get
know,
together.
yeah. Bro, the man. I saw when I came out with Head Underwater, he wrote a comment under Octane, like, yo, that
Yeah.
song is hot. That's so sick, man.
Yeah, man. I think you got the goods, man. So I'm curious if I know with the recent tour, I love what you're doing, man, kind of worldwide with some of the tours. If you were to look back over your career, still flourishing, man, and all the things you've accomplished already, and it's like still going the mountains. Is there maybe a tour? I know with the recently with Nothing More, we talked about that, but maybe a gig per se, one or two highlights of one of your favorite gigs so far. Has there been one that kind of stands out to you? You know?
Oh man, honestly, recently, the one I did, Nothing More, House of Blues Orlando, that was insanity, bro. I posted the video on Instagram. It was absolutely, I felt like a NWA or something because I was banned supposedly from House of Blues Orlando, so I didn't get to play when I was on tour with Nonpoint. So now I come back around and I got to play House of Blues Orlando, and I murdered the place. It was insane. And I went into the crowd, went crazy, and then the lady came out. I think she kind of like managed the place. So after the insanity, she made herself in the middle, and I just see her screaming at me, "You will never work here! What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh my!" And so I had said like this, oh, I'm sorry, I broke the house of rules, the Disney rules. So the next song, no mosh pit, no moving, no
Yeah.
crowd. And then
Yeah.
when the it went insane.
That's awesome, man. That's what music's
That's
supposed to do.
like,
Music is supposed to inspire you. It's supposed to bring, I
and
love it.
after they told me, "Should Howard, that's a great show, but just tell me you're gonna go in the crowd, please." I'm like, okay.
But like we don't know this. All of us that have been to millions of shows, we expect to mosh. That's our therapy. That's our therapy session, man.
Oh,
Let me mosh. Get out of my way, you know? So
that's how the
I love it, man.
emotion. It's a great thing to be on that stage and to be in the
Yeah.
crowd with. I gotta join the people, man. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I know that influences, you've said a couple, man. I know it's probably because, again, when you have such a beautiful blend, like you said, going into EDM stuff, working with, some of the classic rocks, like you said, a Bush and Rage and all that. And of course, some of the heavy hitting rap. I don't know, man, if you could even narrow this down to maybe a Mount Rushmore. Is there a couple that have really left a benchmark on you, like your go to influences,
As far as rock music, or just everything.
or just artists in general, because at this point you're kind of in new territory where not a lot of people do what you do, not a lot are blending it the way you do.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I found a way to blend it right because I know
yeah,
it's corny, I know it's not corny, and I have the ear for rock. I have the ear for rap. So yeah, but I think it just comes like at the drive-in is a huge influence for me. Tupac Shakur is number one.
yeah,
I used to think he was screaming, so I used to listen to him, and when I tried to rap, I used to scream. So I guess that's how I got this voice to
yeah,
scream. Bro, he wasn't really screaming though; he was coming from his
yeah,
stomach. So Tupac, I say DJ Screw, Pimp C, 50 Cent,
yeah,
Ham, Jay-Z on the hip hop side, Rage Against the Machine, Limp Bizkit, Bad Brains, Fugazi, Gorilla Biscuits,
all over. Yeah,
epic bands, that inspired me so many ways. I say when one really, really got was a Rancid with
yeah.
that Out Come the Wolves. That was really when I just played over and over. I just thought they were the coolest people in the world, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, good people. And it's all everyone you've mentioned. What's cool about it is like inspirations to us. Like I love what they do for not just on stage, but their motivation off the stage too. Like it's about people.
Oh, I gotta
So
say, and yeah, Pearl Jam, because
yeah,
I learned how to perform basically. Well, I met Chino from the Deftones early on in LA, and he taught me a lot about performing and everything like that, and my old managers. But then when I was on a plane, I think I was going to Australia or England, and I saw the Pearl Jam DVD, and I was like, "Oh my God, you could do that on stage, bro!" And so once I got off the plane, I started going crazy like he did.
yeah.
And it really inspired me, dude.
I love it, man. And it's man. And then just now the mark because you're still young in your career. Now, like I said, we use a lot of your music even at practices or walk up songs.
Uh,
And one of our sister teams is called the Bullet, so we use Bullet, as a walk up song. It kind of
that's
fits it.
dope,
So
man.
it's
That's
cool.
so
Yeah, man. Like the intro when it hits, it's like gets the crowd jump in. So the motivation and
got a video of that, man. I don't see that.
I'll have to send you a video of it sometime. I'll send it to you. But it's so cool to see the inspiration you've left on us, man. It's always good to hear where you get your motivation from. Obviously, man, with your brand, again, Bound for Glory is great. You come in. I love the way you come in this time. It's a little bit of it sets the stage, right? The whole album. It's an album where you can start it and play it all the way through. Obviously, when you did your track with Brandon, you can go through it. It almost feels like a concept album, man. What's next in the upcoming year for you? So.
Oh man, bro, I just want to hit these stages, man. So right now, next up, I just finished a epic show in Paris with Rise of the North Star. Then I live in Nantes, France, so I have another show coming up at a place called La Faria, and that's a metal festival. It's like all metal bands. I'm like mixed in with real metal. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna kill that show. And yeah, next year I just I'm planning it all out. Not sure yet, but I know I got some big stuff coming, especially with an album out. So it's gonna be rolling good.
Love it, man. I can't wait. Because again, I love the way you do it too. And because I feel like, again, I always say back in my day, I'm in my late 30s. When you talk about bringing back good rock and good hip hop, it's so nice how often you put stuff out. I used to almost hate it when I'd see like a single every 4 or 5 months, but now I can't wait. It's like, come on, I need some more stuff. Yeah. Like I'm itching, So
it's technology, man. You can make songs so fast. Like,
yeah.
Especially when I do my hip hop stuff, my little mixes, I can put one of those out every day. But when it comes to rock, I can't do that.
Yeah.
To make no rock beats, but yeah, shout out Matt Good, who did a lot on my album, and Sahaz, who did Head Underwater.
Legendary producers, man. So I tell you what, there's a segment, as I'm soaking this up, man, I'm just fanboy writing stuff out. There's a segment, I promise you, probably in media that you've done before, will make you laugh or at least make you think. This whole segment. This is kind of our trademark segment. It's called Rapid Fire. Okay, so with the segment, I promise we're gonna make you laugh. However, this is something. It's a benchmark segment, man. So we got about 5 questions. Either we're gonna make you laugh or we're gonna make you think on these 5 questions. Okay, so now there's no wrong answers, but this is kind of personality questions meant to like maybe pick your brain. Love all these artists and all these questions, but imagine for a minute you can go back in time or in the present. Reality doesn't exist. You can transport back into time. If the artist was not alive, they're alive now. It's just kind of a fun segment, okay?
Go.
So question 1, man, for Rapid. You're called up and they say, hey, obviously Bound for Glory is doing well, but 2 of these legendary artists want to take Bound for Glory and redo it on their upcoming feature album, okay? And you got to pick who takes the license for it. Both great. You got to either let 1, Ice Cube redo it for you, or B, Nas redo it. Who are you going with, Ice Cube or Nas?
Ice Cube, man. He was already with Korn, and he got the little rock elements. So yeah, Ice Cube. Nas got that chill voice. I don't know how that's gonna work.
I got you, man. I love it. So second question, man. I actually had you for Ice Cube as well. My favorite rapper before you. I'm saying. So what a 1B. Next question, man. You're actually I know you bring a lot of elements of rock and rap, and also the skating element, bringing punk back and all that. So you get called up to do something maybe that you've never done before. You can either A, be a part of the upcoming Tony Hawk's Pro Skater remake, that game, be a part of that, or you can be one of the playable characters in the next Tekken installment. So Tekken or Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk all day, man. I literally play that every week because I put on the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and I shoot the basketball, bro. It's memories, vintage.
Let's go, man. Love it. Same here, man. So I had you for it. Next question, man, in this rapid fire segment, 2 amazing movie franchises call you and says, hey, we need you to do a concept album. You're going to be our concept album, okay? Soundtrack, if you will. So the legendary, which I'm near and dear to my heart, Ninja Turtles franchise.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Or you could be a part of the next coming Transformers installment. Turtles or Transformers.
All day Ninja Turtles. Everybody know me.
Let's go. I love it.
Birthday party, all Ninja Turtles when I was a kid, bro.
I love it, man. There you go. I love it, man. One more rapid, man, then I'll go to the final segment. So with that being said, they ask you, a lot of musicians and athletes get called up to be part of movie roles. So they say, hey, we'd like you to be in this upcoming movie and a remake of these 2 franchises. Yeah. With the namesake, you get to be part of the next Last Action Hero remake from the 90s. Gets to be you. Or, again, in that vein of just heroic stuff, you can be the next Snake Eyes in the next coming G.I. Joe movie. Last Action Hero or Snake Eyes.
Yeah, no, I want to be a bad guy kind of vibe, dude. I'm going G.I. Joe. I want to be mean bad guy. But really, if they put me in the movie, I just want to be the sexy man. Really?
you just want to be the stud. I love it, man.
I'm good.
I love it, man. So final segment, man, Hyro, because again, I appreciate your time. There's a segment that we do every episode for those listeners, whether it's athletes or musicians, people that want to be you. There's a segment that we call open mic. And really, man, in closing, what this is if you were to go back, maybe to give your beginning self or a budding artist or athlete some wisdom, what would you say to them listening?
I go tell my younger self, this is gonna take a long time. You know, it's gonna you need patience. And if it come too fast, it might go away too fast. So what you do, no matter how long it take, keep going hard. And when it comes, it's gonna last a longer time than
Mm,
the people you see get it really quick. Cause I done seen people come and go, come and go. So many artists big, drop off, and I'm still here rocking. So when it hits, I know I'm there for a long time. So
yeah.
young be patient.
Be patient. I love that, man. And that's the same with athletes too. I mean, people that are going into college or and
Yeah,
maybe it's not music, maybe it's not sports, maybe it's a different, maybe you want to be a doctor or something. Nothing easy or nothing hard comes cheap or quick. I love what you're saying, right? So
man. Yo, and I know this is sports, so shout out my little brother, Fenton Fundamentals program in New Mexico. He got his basketball program doing real good. They just put him on the news. He helping the kids out. He played University of New Mexico basketball. His homie Tony Snell made it to the NBA. That was real
man.
awesome. So,
Tell your brother
yeah.
to give me a shout, man. I'd love to interview him. I love to interview stories like
Oh,
that.
bro,
Tell him,
his info. I'll definitely do that for sure. He'll
please
love
do. I
that.
mean that when I say it. Yeah. Our catalog, because we believe in showcasing local coaches, whether it's in Kansas here in the States or all the way to New Mexico, people
Oh
giving
yeah,
back
right.
to the community.
I'll send it in the Instagram for you for sure. I'll text him too about it. So I'll give
Good,
you a
man.
number.
I would love, and I can maybe see some of that motivation, that spark, and you comes from having a coach brother in the family. You can see it, man. That
Oh,
that passion.
oh, bro. Send you the clips, man, for sure.
Good deal. Well, Hyro, I tell you, man, I thank you for your time. It's an honor. One thing I've learned over the years is to respect our guest time. We are grateful to have had the chance to catch up with you. I will ask you this: please make it the first of many. You know, you got a big fan base worldwide, and adding more to it here in the Midwest, we got you. So,
Man,
um,
thank
please
you.
make it a point to stop by again sometime. We'd love to have you on again, and we'll do this again soon. Okay? So,
All right, peace, man. Thank y'all so much. All right.
yes, sir.
Peace.
We'll be in touch, man. Have a great day. So, guys,
All
that's
right.
Hyro. I'm telling you, one of my favorite artists, guys. I can't explain how much I love that guy. Just knows how to really bring people together, inspiring, motivational. I just absolutely can't get enough of Hyro. Again, does a great job of really just blending genres and also giving thought provoking lyrics, but also doesn't have a problem sitting down and chatting with you and just kind of bringing people. I keep going back to bringing people together. So I'm very blessed to have gotten to sit down with one of those musical icons. It's a true treasure for me. That was another bucket list item for me. So guys, please understand that we love you. We're calling tournaments and all that. So apologize for the mobile one today, but we've got a few more tonight. We've got Chelsea stopping by with a special guest, as well as Jaden Wells from Arkansas. So we'll pause a break in the action. And on that one, don't forget that we love you. And as always, thank you for listening.